first pitch. Welcome back to Port Jefferson Baseball. My name is Gabe Zoden. Sooner or later, the visual will come back to normal. But today, Port Jeff has Filippi's going to ground that one over the third base. Third baseman's going to try and make the play, but Filippi's going to be easily in there. Safe at first base. So the Royals start off with a runner on first base. Always a good thing to get some players on early. But, you know, we've seen this a couple times. We've seen this road. Now Owens is going to be our number 2 hitter today. And like I said, Port Jeff going against John Glenn today. Like I said, the visual will come back eventually. Now Owens is going to ground that one over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to be able to make that throw over to first. And Filippi's going to be out at third. And Filippi tried to stretch that. He gets out at third, so that's going to be 2 outs on that play. A different double play. But nonetheless, it does happen anyway, so Owens going to ground into that. Kind of double play right there. First pitch now to Grooney, who's our number 3 batter today. From the pitcher, Anthony Schiebel. Oh, no, Cole Lindquist is the pitcher today, number 27. He's going to try to drop that curveball in there. It's going to be low for ball number 1. That's going to be 1-1. That one's going to be fouled off here to the backstop. It's a good weather day today. Not too hot. That one's going to be skied foul. Again, we got 2 outs here in the top of the first. Unfortunate double play. Next pitch, she's going to try and throw that curveball. That one's going to be inside for a ball. Well, he's going to get that one in there for strike number 3 to end the top of the first. Gets Grooney looking over that one. So that'll do it for the top of the first. No runs, no base runners. They did get that 1 single from Filippi, but wasn't too successful after that. So the starters in the lineup for John Glenn today. First hitter is going to be their shortstop, Joe Patan, who made that play over there to get the first out of the Owens kind of double play situation. And number 2 is going to be number 1, Ryan Desmond. Number 3 is going to be Michael Zeese. 3, Chris Carnevale. 4, Carnevale. 5, Lindquist. 6, Schiebel. 7, Pelkovsky. 8, Morgan. And 9, Moments. So let's see how they do to begin the bottom of the first with that one's going to be lifted into center field. Tommy Yost makes the easy catch out there. I'm really trying to, whenever we're away, camera's always got something to go on, so just trying to get it as best as possible here. First pitch to number 2 hitter, Ryan Desmond, is going to be, oh, sorry about this. He's going to swing through that one. Second pitch, that one's going to be lifted right to our left fielder, and Abby makes that easy catch. So 2 kind of lazy fly balls to start off this inning. And now, number 3, we're going to have Zeese, number 44, their catcher for today. Let's see if he can complete the 1-2-3-3 flyout inning that they got going on here so far. And Natty in his last game pitched, when he last pitched, saw him against Bayport. And, you know, he was successful in the first 3 innings there. Actually didn't allow a hit in those 3. And then when he came into the 4th, he got 2 outs and was looking very strong once again. And then, you know, kind of the dominoes started to fall, and 4 runs in that inning kind of spelled the end of the game for the Royals. So just, you know, it wasn't a great time, but the Royals moved from then, and kind of Natty knows what he needs to do to be successful, as he's already seen, you know, a little bit of that as he could throw it out off speed, almost gets that pitch in there, but just misses the strike zone, so the umpire calls that one a ball. And the next pitch is going to come in. He's going to foul that one off again. Just receiving a nice battle here in this at-bat. Now with the 2-strike count, let's see if he can finish him off here. And pitch comes in a little bit too high on that full count pitch, so Zeese is going to work himself on first base with a walk. Now with 2 outs. Just don't want to let that thing happen again, where runs come in on 2 outs. We've seen it many times. It's just about closing off batters here. First pitch now to Carnevale. It's going to be grounded. Toss it right to Luke Filippi at second base. Ends the inning off. So they do get on 1 base runner with that walk, but not going to cause any trouble. So it's going to bring back up here the Port Jeff Royals offense. When we see them, we're going to have Yost, Rago, and Rolf. So that'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters. So we'll see if they can punch in some offense when we come back. Tommy Yost swing over that one. He's looking to start off this offensive inning for the Royals. Get on base like we saw last inning. With Filippi starting us off with a base runner. You just want to see the same kind of repeat process here from Tommy. Next pitch going to come in. Tommy rips that one over to left field. That one is over. Tommy takes that one over the fence. A little bit of suspense there, but rips that one over everyone's head for the Royals' first home run this year. And I heard the explosion when that one went over. Nice to see from Tommy Yost. And just like that, starts us this inning off with a shot over the wall to make the score 1-0 in this game here. Nice to see, and now to try if you could repeat that. Rago right now in the box there. That was a nice shot. First home run for the Royals this year. That one a little bit high, but Rory just kind of fights that one off and fouls it to the fence.
I wish he was off on the 12. Such a bitch. Better off on this. It feels good. Hey, Green. Hi, how are you? Good. Good hold.
Tried to get him to go on that one. Didn't.
Let's go, so you didn't go to.
Well, it was nice to hear the buzz after a shot like that from the team. And that one's going to be brought over to the right field, and he's going to not make that play. So Rory with a single, he's going to get himself on first. And we got some offense from the Royals here, something that I always love to see. It's going to bring up Abby Rolfe now to the plate. Looking to continue this inning. This would be a big inning if we just work some counts, and that's exactly what Rolfe is going to do. She's definitely going to work the count, going to get a comfortable position and rip one that she likes. The first one she saw was low. Second one in there for strike number 1. So let's make the count now even 1-1. You have Rory on first base. No outs here. And that one's going to be dribbled over to the first. Gets past the first baseman. Rory is going to stay at second. Abby gets in there with her little single right under the glove of that first baseman. And now this number 7 batter, Mullen, number 66, the pitcher for today, looking to help himself out a little bit. Got a runner in scoring position. This is looking good so far for the Royals, and the coach for John Glenn is just going to talk over with his player.
Abby! Hey, Natty, they're rattled, and it's shove day, so it's 2 good things. So let's go. Let's go.
And it looks like Coach talked to his pitcher. Should be all set to get back into the action here.
Let's go, Sixes.
So like I said, that's going to bring up Mullen here with runners on first and second.
Sixes!
After a string of singles. That one, he's going to spike him. Rory's going to try and make it over to third. He's going to definitely be out. That hesitancy kind of screwed him over, but he committed a little bit too late, and he's going to be out at third. So that's going to simmer down the momentum just for a little bit.
Come on, Nat.
But still a runner on first base for Mullen.
You see it, bud?
That one is going to drop that off speed and therefore a strike.
Let's go, 6.
This next pitch over to Mullen. That one's going to be low for a ball.
Oh, boy.
Next pitch over to Mullen. Going to be upstairs for a ball. So he's just continuing that good approach. Good at bat here. This next pitch, he's going to work himself on first with a walk, which is going to bring up number 15, Evangelista. And he's doing really good so far as the Royals are working the count, getting on base. A couple of base running things that gotten a couple players out, but with Evangelista up right now in the 8th spot. It's kind of simmered down after that hot start we saw from him in this season. But he's going to dribble that one back to the pitcher. They're going to throw it over to second, try and get the double play. And I get it. Makes a nice pick over at first base to get the final out of the inning. But poor Jeff puts up a big, big, big run in this game because of the nice rip home run by Tommy Yost. And before I take a break here, I just want to... Actually, I'll leave that for the bottom half of the second. So when we come back, I'll tell you that story. But for right now, 1-0, we'll see what Natty Mullen's able to do in the second inning. So first pitch over there to Lindquist is going to be the first up. It's going to be taken to Abby. She makes that catch, so it's going to be one out. But like I was saying before, I had a story for you before the game. I was talking about this kind of camera angle that I had to set up. Not the best. You know, not the greatest situation here. And John Glenn for the setup. And Tommy, once he saw that the camera's kind of faced in this position, you guys see it today, Tommy goes to me, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit a home run since you have it, you know, because was put right there. And after he hit a home run, he came up to me. He said, "Told you I was gonna hit that. That one's gonna be dribbled over to the second baseman. Aronica gonna be able to make that play easily for the second out there. So Schiebel falls to the ground out. It's gonna bring up Pelkovsky, number 7 in the order." Coach talks to him. And I think right now I'm a little bit like ahead of the recording, but can't really do much about it. Like I said, kind of a scuffed kind of situation when I'm at away games. As that one's going to be ripped right to Luke Filippi to finish the inning with the line out. Obviously not a lot of strikeouts from Mullen, but he's looking good so far. They go down 1-2-3 with fly out, ground out, and line out. But that's going to bring up now for the Royals Aronica in the top of the order. So we'll see how they get to continue their momentum on the offensive side of the ball when we come back. The first batter here is going to step in. It's going to be Aronica. First pitch he's going to see is going to be in there for strike number 1, as you see right there. Second pitch, it's going to be low. He's going to leave that one, so that one's going to be in there for ball number 1. Count's going to be even now, 1-1. Like I said, we're going to have 9 in the top of the order, so definitely a huge thing for Aronica to be number 9 here. I like this, especially if you're going to have Filippi at once, because Aronica getting him on base early here. Hopefully with the walk, he's going to rip through that one for a strike. But he's going to try to work this walk here. Like I said, you want to get him up here at 9 and then get Filippi up in hopes of him driving him over to scoring position or, you know, whatever. That one's going to get Joey on first base with a walk. It's going to bring up number 12, your leadoff for today, Luke Filippi. That's exactly why you put players where you put them. So Aronica is going to be pinch hit for, get a little bit of speed on the bases. This is also a very smart idea, and this, you know, gonna try and work possibly a steal here, or, you know, definitely with a double if Luke Filippi hits that. Kieran, who's going to, Kieran, who's at first, the pinch runner, probably gonna be able to score here on a double with his speed. But Lindquist finds himself into another little bit of trouble here in the 3rd inning with a leadoff walk. Somebody's going to see that pitch for a ball. Luke Filippi gets back into the box, ready to go here. Next pitch to him, outside for another ball. Seeing Lindquist struggle with control here. Leaving balls in places where he shouldn't. And that one's going to be dribbled down the line, foul over that third base side. I think Filippi wanted that one very badly. Wish he could have that pitch back. But now he's going to try and reset himself, get a pitch he likes. So a couple walks in this game. And obviously with the string of singles and that home run, definitely not locating pitches in where he wants them to be. So that one is going to be also outside for another ball. And I think right now Port Jeff's feeling very good. They're feeling, I think you can smell a little bit of blood in the water here. Trying to make the best out of it. He's going to get that call for a strike. Filippi thought it was a ball, threw his bat, ready to jog over to first, but looks like he's going to be getting another pitch now. Full count over here to Filippi. Huge pitch here for Lindquist. Let's see what he's able to do. He's going to swing that one, line that one through the infield. Kieran is just going to get to second base. He's not going to try and stretch it or anything, so Filippi works himself on with a second single for today. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Owens, who last time grounded it kind of into that double play. Very weird. Filippi tried to get to third base, tried to stretch it, but unable to. Owens almost beat it out also at first, so it was very interesting play. But now with his second at-bat, he has runners in first and second now. He's going to see that one low, kind of spiked into the catcher. You can hear the Port Jefferson crew right behind me here. They are having a field day right now. They're just enjoying everything. That one's going to be grounded over to the second baseman. They're going to try and get another double play, but unable to convert the double play. They do get Luke Filippi out at second. But with that said, Owens safe over there at first. Decent speed over there from number 10. So it's going to bring up Grooney, number 7, once again. I know after seeing Tommy's home run, he wants to repeat that. But he struck out that first time on a pitch that he didn't really feel like was too much of a strike, and that one's going to hit him. So Grooney's been hit a lot this season, just another time, and now that brings up Tommy Yost, number 4, for his second at-bat of the game. And obviously, we don't really have to tell you. You don't have to really tell you guys what happened in his first at-bat of the day. But he's the reason that the Royals are up 1-0 so far. And now that first pitch to him, and it's looking like a good hack, healthy hack from him. But he's going to swing through it for strike number 1. Now second pitch over to number 4. It's going to that one low. Definitely want to see Tommy not be over-aggressive here. Definitely, obviously, when you hit a home run, you're feeling hyper-offensive, but just want to see him stay kind of calm. Is that one? I thought that was outside from here, but I guess that one was in the strike zone. So that one gets called for a strike. So that's kind of going to be 1-2, the 1-2 pitch now. It's in there. That one going to be grounded over to the pitcher. Pitcher's not going to be able to clean it fieldly, but he does bring in a run, even though he does get out at first base. So, hey, you really got to applaud that, getting the runner in. It's going to bring the score up now to 2-0. Now 2-0. So with that said, that's going to bring up now Rory. First pitch into him. Strike number 1. Second pitch. That one's going to be lifted over the first base side, foul. The last time Rory was up, he had a single. That was kind of the beginning of the that last inning. That one's going to be lifted also over to that first base side. Doing well so far. Roy's really seeming to seam the ball here. Next pitch, going to get him to swing on that. I guess they didn't. They didn't have him swing, and Owen's gonna score in there. And he didn't swing, so Rory's gonna be safe. That brings in a run. Very weird, awkward situation, but nonetheless, the Port Jeff Royals score. I'll do my best to explain that one. So it seems that Rory thought he swung and the ball was dropped, so he tried to get over to first, but he didn't swing once they appealed. So in fact, Owen scored from it. He almost stopped midway through the base because he thought the ball was dead, but he walks in there at home for the score. So the Royals really taking control of this game here in this inning, putting on 2 more runs. Scores now 3-0 for the Royals. And like I said, I feel like they can smell a little bit of blood. That one's out a little bit outside. Gets called for a strike, but after that weird call, you know, maybe think it was maybe a little bit of a make-up call, but who knows?
Thanks a lot.
So the Royals put on 2 runs there by the hands of Tommy, and also that weird situation by Rory. So we'll take that. We'll head into the bottom here of the 3rd inning. Score 3-0. When we come back, we'll see what Rory can do. What Natty can do. The 8-9, the top of the order. Definitely want to see him command the zone here, continue what he's been doing in this game, getting people to get themselves out, giving them pitches to hit, and allowing the defense to make some plays. So we'll see if he's able to do that once we come back. And we are back for the bottom of the 3rd. We're going to Brian Morgan, number 9, the right fielder, at the plate. First pitch to him, inside for ball number 1. Morgan does a good job of getting out of the way of that one. Second pitch could be spiked and brought over here for ball number 1. Definitely don't want to see Natty lose his control here. Not many times that you're going to be in a position here in this season where you have the lead for the Royals. Obviously, their offense hasn't been great. So that one's going to make it a 3-0 count. So next pitch. Just going to allow, whenever Rosa needs to say something, just let him talk so you guys can hear him. Got to get a feel for the game at home. It's 4 pitches, 4 balls. So Morgan, who just definitely don't want on base. You don't want to get any of these guys on base, especially at the bottom of the order guys. Don't want to allow any offensive momentum, especially when you have the lead here, 3-0. So with that being said, Gruning's going to make sure his pitchers calm down after throwing 4 straight balls. And that's going to bring up Luke Molman, your number 9 batter. Especially with these bottom lineup guys, got to attack them, give them pitches to hit, because you got to assume, right, that these guys aren't the guys that are going to be hitting very much. So just got to attack them, make sure. That one's 5 straight balls now from Natty. Just see if he can bounce back with this pitch here. That one actually is going to get in the zone, and you got to hope this is more with, one of many to come here after throwing that one in the zone. So the count's going to be 1-1 to Molman here. Second pitch, he's going to try and lay down a bunt, but he brings the bat back and gets the pitch in there for a strike. So after being up 1-0, now the Molman is down 1-2 here. He's going to try and finish him off, unable to on that pitch, so going to even up the count 2-2. It's just about finishing off these batters. Gotten a lot of 2 strikes in his previous game, just unable to finish him off. I hope he learns from that and tries to get him there, and he tries to get this double play after that ground out. Luke Filippi makes a nice turn over to first, and they do get the double play for the 2 outs. So the Royals are looking very solid on both sides of the ball so far today. It's not many times I could say that, so at least this season. So definitely love it when I can. Port Jeff Royals are looking great, and Natty's really doing a lot here. First pitch over to now Patan, leadoff batter. So that one's going to be in there for a strike on second pitch.
Let's go, Natty.
This pitch here, it's going to be outside. It's going to get behind Grooney. Not going to cause any damage, though. So Rosen's going to make some defensive adjustments here, making his... That one's going to be drilled over to third base. That one's going to get by him easily in there for a single. Patan just going to round first base, and he's going to be safely in there with a 2-out single. The first actual hit for John Glenn for today is that single right there. So obviously with 2 outs, don't want to get this situation again where you get 2 outs and runs start piling in. That first pitch to Desmond's going to be fouled off. Just want to see him close out batters here. Just want to see him finish off this inning. Obviously don't want to let anything else to happen here, as the umpire's just going to tell the player to tuck in his chains. It's going to allow Natty to take his deep breath, stay in the zone. It's the next pitch coming in from him. In there for a strike. And he looks locked in so far. Looks very locked in. Looks like he's composed, not letting anything really get to him, whether it's a single. But obviously with every young player, you don't want to, one thing can kind of change that, as that one's going to be kind of lofted over to center field. Tommy's going to get under, end the inning. So that'll do it. This confident walk-off from Natty, looking strong so far in this game. 1 runner on base is what the Knights do strand, and it's going to bring us to the top of the 4th here with Rago, Rolf, and Mullen, or Rory, Rolf, and Mullen up. So we'll see how they can do on the offensive side when we come back. So Abby Rolf going to step into the box here, lead off in this inning. So I was wrong. I just forgot what happened. Oh, yes. Where he struck out the end of the last inning. So last time we saw Abby, she hit that single, ripped it by the first baseman to get herself on. So that one's going to be low. Called ball. We're seeing more of the struggles here for Lindquist. Just not able to find the zone. Doesn't have a lot of command so far in this game. Obviously on the side of Port Jeff, hoping that happens. That continues here. Port Jeff just hoping as that one's going to be brought right back to the first baseman, just like last time, but this time first baseman able to make that play, step over at first to get the first out of the inning. Just going to bring up the pitcher now, Natty Mullen, looking to help himself once again. Last time he was up, he walked. Able to get some runners on, obviously with these 7, 8, 9 batters. Definitely want to start it. I like this move of they switch Rolf and Mullen here just to get that a little bit of the bottom of the order. And I might have had some influence on Mullen and Aronica at the bottom of the order, but I'll explain that here really quick. So Rosen, I was talking to him one night, and I was talking to Coach, and he goes, with Philippi on the mound, you have Natty at short, and you have Gurney behind the plate. He said, build a lineup. So I took that into my own hands, and I was like, all right, as Mullen swings at that one, I was like, all right, let's see what I can do. And I had a little bit, obviously, different lineup than what we see here today, but one thing I did have is I switched Rolf for Mullen to get Mullen on the number 7 spot as he's going to ground that one over to first. First baseman makes the play for the second out. He's going to bring up Evangelista. And I had Aronica at 9, and a main reason for having, you know, those players where they are here is the bottom of the order haven't seen any production from them this year. Anything from 7, 8, 9. When we had, you know, it was Cipriano and you know, Dalia and, you know, whoever else was in the bottom of the order. But, you know, I had Aronica there because he's going to walk, which is going to allow the top of the order to get some, you know, offense going. And I had Mullen there just to get some offensive production, you know, hit-wise to the bottom of the order. So I really like what we see from the order here. It's on a different look. And that one's going to be low there for a ball. Kind of spiked on the plate there. And I'm glad that the visual kind of came back to how it should be. There's not much I could really do on that side of things. It's just when the computer does what it wants. Is that one high for ball? Next pitch, Simmons going to ground that one over to the second baseman. The second baseman makes the play, misses the throw at first, so Evangelista is going to stay there at first base. What should have been a routine out is now has a runner on first base with 2 outs for the Port Jefferson Royals. He's going to bring up Aronica now, the number 9 batter. His first pitch to him is going to be upstairs for ball 1. Last time he was up, he walked, so just, you know, he's just playing into exactly what the game plan is. And it's going to be a steal from Evangelista. He's going to be in there easily. Not even a throw from the catcher. So now a runner in scoring position.
Come on, Joey.
There's a favorable count here for Aronica to probably work another walk. And that brings up Luke Filippi then in a situation where you have a 1-2 count. And Evangelista's going to try to go to third. Let's see if he's going to be safe in there. Yes, he is. So now he's on third base, 90 feet away. Absolutely. I mean, Port Jeff is right now firing on all cylinders. Last game against John Glenn, they did fall, and they lost that game. They're looking for redemption on this away game here. That one's going to be inside. He's going to work himself onto first base with yet another walk, playing right into the game plan from Rosen, a little bit from me. And now we're going to have Luke Filippi, 2 for 2 today, 2 singles, as his shortstop, Mr. Patan, is going to talk to his pitcher after letting up a couple of runners with 2 outs here. Looks like this time they're going to keep Joey at first. Not going to go for the pinch run. Luke Filippi now with a chance to bring in yet another run for the Royals. First pitch to him is going to be low for ball number 1. And this right here would be huge for the Royals. Just one more run, one more cushion for Mullen on the opposite side, which is something that, you know, I explained the last time he was up. You know, you really don't have. Is that what in the zone strike? It's a lot of good news so far in this game for the Royals. Next pitch now to Luke. That one's going to be spiked. Try to get that off speed, but Joey's going to make himself with that pass ball over to second base. Easily, obviously not a throw from anyone on that one. The next one, that one's going to be ripped right over towards. Now we're going to drop for a double. That's going to bring in run. Another one. Aronica's going to score. Luke Filippi easily at second base with a double. And that's going to be 2 more runs for the Port Jefferson Royals. They take a commanding 5-0 lead in this game. That's exactly what you want to see if you're on the side of the Royals. That's going to bring up now Owens. 5-0 right here. This is just amazing to see. Some great stuff for doubles. What a game. Ooh. What a game from Filippi so far. I think they're going to change their pitcher now after that. Let me fix the visuals. I come back here. Going to be back now. The new pitcher, the DH, is going to be in. So number 12, Carnaval, is going to be pitching now. His first pitch is going to be high for ball number 1. Royals are absolutely trying to run away with this game against a decent John Glenn squad. And this is really what you want to see from the Royals. Some switch to be flipped, whether it's momentum-wise or whatever it is. Just to, it's something going. Now later on this week they play Southampton. You got to assume that's another win, so this will be a very successful week, because that one's going to get through the infield. Almost. The shortstop not going to be able to make the play. So I can get Owens to first base. And here in the continuation of this offense, absolutely percolating, as that's going to bring up Grooney. The last time he was up, hit by a pitch, and now with the world of momentum behind him, looking to continue on his offensive day. See if he can get a pitch that he likes to rip. First pitch, though, to him is going to be high upstairs for ball number 1. This next pitcher doesn't really have the control. Definitely not as good as the first pitcher. Definitely not as good as the Lindquist we saw before. That one's going to be fouled off. He definitely wanted that one with the swing that he gave to it. He liked that pitch and just was not able to make a whole lot out of it. So fouls that one off to even up the count 1-1. This next pitch now to James. One's going to be in there for a strike. Just wasn't the pitch that Grooney liked. Didn't really want to swing at that one, so he stays in now count 1-2. 1-2 pitch coming in. That one's going to be low, but Owens going to work himself with a stolen base to get the second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Grooney now. And the umpire's just going to get all the dust off the plate so you can see everything. So the next batter after Grooney, if the inning continues, which obviously we hope it does, is going to be Yost, looking to continue his success at the plate. Next pitch, once again, that one's going to be ripped high. It is far. That one is gone. Just around the pole. Not fair. Unfortunately, Grooney just rips that one foul. Absolutely destroyed that one foul, so he's going to step back into the box. Everyone here wanted that to be gone, even myself, but just foul. Next pitch now, though. It's going to be upstairs. After that, it was just a long, very long foul ball, so now the count's going to be 2-2, and Grooney needed that one. Obviously struggling this season, needed some pitch to hang his hat on, but he's going to work himself on with the walk, so he gets some success to load the bases. With Tommy Yost up again with the bases loaded. This is the second time he's up. Looking good for the Royals. Like I said, they're firing on all cylinders. It's offense, defense, not making any mistakes and pitching well. Is Mullen today. First pitch to Yost. And you see, I don't know if you guys can hear. I know you guys can hear it. Mr. Filippi's Coach Filippi's absolutely loving today. You can't blame him. So that one's going to be called in there for a strike, but, the strike zone, I thought it was a little bit outside, but at least from where I'm sitting. But we're seeing kind of that elongation of the zone here in this game, as that one's going to be in there for a ball, and I'll fix the camera angle after here. This is probably as good as we're going to get so far. So in between innings, we'll get it, but that's good right now. 5-0 ball game for the Royals. Haven't seen this one in a very long time, obviously. We've seen a good game from, when they played Amityville, and then when they played Southampton. But it's really not the best. Obviously, and then he's gonna work himself on, gets in a run. That's gonna be his third RBI for today. Complete loss of control from the starting pitcher. Rory's going to come up. Last time he was up, he struck out. So, especially in this inning, definitely don't want that to happen. All of this, by the way, happening with 2 outs. So usually the script that you see. Oh, that one's going to get through the infield. That one's going to stay. Oh, we're going to see kind of an interesting thing. He thought that one got through the infield, so he turned around, but they do get one more. So they get a couple more runs in that inning. A couple more, and they stay ahead. And now Natty working with way more than a cushion. An absolute mattress. Couple mattresses. Working with this lead, so he's going to go back there, up there after a long half inning. So, maybe you're going to see maybe some iced out arm, but no worries. He's back on the mound, looking confident as ever. Go back in there. And as we get ready for the next half inning, just want to say, hope you guys enjoy. I'm trying to work different, except for how I usually leave the entire warm-up stage in there. Now I'm just pausing the recording and then cutting it back in. There's first pitch from Mullins, dialed in for strike, so he looks back to where he was. Like I said, I've been trying to do things different, try to make the production as best as possible so you don't have a full 2-hour inning. I forgot one time, is that one's going to be lifted over to right field for a single, so Zeese works himself on with a single to start off this inning as they look to climb back from a 7-0 lead, or 7-0 deficit in favor of the Royals. The Knights are obviously down 7-0. But I hope this cuts down the video, decently, so we don't have to sit through 2 hours of, and most of it is just, kind of like the intermissions of the innings. But now I'm coming back in, so I hope that is all right. That one's gonna be fouled off. Carnevale, this is the number 12. This is the guy who's pitching now for the Knights. So he's looking to help himself. But Mullen looking absolutely dialed in here. Obviously gave up that single to Zeese, gave up that single to Baton, but only 2 hits today for the Knights. Obviously they've gotten on base with a couple walks, but other than that, not a lot of strikeouts, but that's definitely not his Mullins' MO right now. He's definitely not striking batters out. He gets batters, gives them pitches to hit, honestly, and they get the ball into contact and just banking on the defense for the Royals to make plays for him. And this game they've been able to do that. Other games not so much, but like I said, you hope this is kind of a. He's gonna walk that batter, Carnevale. So that's gonna be 2 runners on for Lindquist, the number 5 batter. He's just gonna talk over things. Obviously, before the last inning, we saw him walk Morgan with 4 balls straight, and then we saw Mullman. He grounded out, but he started him off with a ball. He threw 5 balls in a row, and then obviously he came back. They got Baton got in a single, and Desmond flew out. But so that inning ended. But definitely don't want to see him spiral into kind of that young mind of, when things start to get bad, they keep going bad. You want to see him able to dial it back in, refocus. It's a big thing to learn, is how to stay focused in situations like these instead of just absolutely, falling. The first pitch going to be ball number 1. Now, looking for him to reset. Once again, visual, kind of wobbly, so I'm just trying to make sure it's as good as it's going to be. I kind of like where it is right now. Next pitch from him. That one's going to be in there for a strike. Definitely bouncing back here. Would like there to kind of shut the door right here, not allow any runs to come in or anything of the sorts. That one's going to be grounded over to Luke. He's going to try and turn this double play. Obviously not going to be able to, with the speed of Lindquist. But they do get one out, so it's not the end of the world. Runners on first and third. Just going to bring up Anthony Schiebel, number 5, left-handed batter. He's looking to bring the first run in for the Knights to try and work some sort of comeback. But first pitch to him is going to be blown right by him for strike number 1. And if you see the look in his eyes, I'm talking about Mullen right now, he looks absolutely locked in, and something I can respect. Second pitch fouled off to get to a 2-strike count now. Just attacking these batters and letting them get themselves out. Next pitch now. See if they try to break off an off speed. Yep, they do. Just gonna foul that one off, fight it off. Still 0-2 count now to Schiebel. Last time he was up, he grounded out.
Come on, Natty, nobody better than you. Hey, right now, come on. Come on.
Shakes off the first pitch. Okay with the second one. He fires again. It's going to be low. Ball, so the runner on first is going to move over to second. Definitely hoping for a ground ball that doesn't get through the infield, that you could look back the runner at third. Preferably you want to get a ground ball probably to the third baseman. So that one's going to be a low ball. Next pitch from Mullen to see if he can finish it off. This is going to be fouled way out of play. It's going to hit the top of the school that's behind us. So keeps it a 2-strike count. Schiebel doing a good job fighting off tough pitches here, keeping himself alive. Can't really see it too much of the batter. There you go. I think I'm going to keep it right there. It's probably good enough. This next pitch high. Tried to elevate a fastball to get him to reach, but it's a 3-2 count now. Execution is everything. Obviously, you can afford to walk him here. Obviously, you'd rather him not to. This next pitch, huge. It's going to be fouled off again. Schiebel doing a really good job, like I said. So if Schiebel, after Schiebel, we're going to have 7, 8, 9. So, I mean, things do get a little bit easier for a starting pitcher today. He's able to attack these bottom of the lineup guys. He's just going to clear again. Long at-bat to see who wins here, who has the more mental fortitude. Next pitch. It's going to be in there, grounded. It seems like they're going to get the out at 4 here. Perfect play, really nice from the Royals to get out the lead runner, not let any runs come in. Really smart from the catcher, Grooney, just to call it, come to 4. Had that guy from third base commit mitt to home. Just really nice play to get the out. So now we're going to have 2 outs now. Still no runs after that really nice defensive play. It's going to bring up Pelkovsky. And he's going to ground that one right by Rory's legs. So that's going to bring in a run easily. Very unfortunate. But it's just, you know, these blunders that happen over and over again. And you kind of just got to deal with them. And move on. So that's going to bring up the number 8 batter, Morgan. Definitely don't want to see that error get to anybody. Definitely want to see everyone stay level-minded. Let me fix this because that run definitely did come in. First pitch to Morgan, high. I don't even know if high. It was in there for a ball. Next pitch, swing through and a miss. For a strike. Definitely dealing with the mental fortitude part of the game here as we get towards the latter half. Errors like that, you know, the Royals get a little bit sloppy there. So he's gonna swing and miss through that off-speed pitch. Really nice one there. Not the strikeout, but a very nice off-speed pitch to get him to swing through that one. And now let's see if he can finish off this batter. Just want to attack him. Like I said, last time he walked him, didn't give him much to swing at. But now doing the exact opposite, giving him pitches to swing at, and he's swinging through all of them. And that one is going to be fouled off behind the backstop.
Let's work infield. Come on, Natty. Come on, Natty.
The next pitch is going to be low, spiked. Then try to get to third. He's going to try and get him out at third base, but he's going to be safe. Definitely don't want to see anybody lose the batter here. Once again, situations like this, got 2 outs, runner on second and third. Brian Morgan, the 8 batter for the Knights, up at the plate. That one's going to be fouled off once again. Oh, actually, it should be popped up. Aronika's going to be under it, get the final out of the inning. So John Glenn does score 1. Obviously, it came in due to the error from Rory. But that'll do it for that inning. 7-1 is the score. Port Jeff Royals back on the offensive side of things. We'll see what they're able to do. So Abby Rolf's going to start off this half inning. First pitch to her. It's going to hit her, so she's going to get on first base with that walk. Second hit batter for the Royals today. Like that offense. Just eat the pitch. Definitely got ice, so this is going to bring up Mullen now. It's going to be a ball to him. And this pitcher just has not really done it too much. It's not really done too well. Finding the zone. That one's going to be lifted over towards the right fielder. They get the out. Abby's going to work her way back to first. So a little fly out there to get the first out. And that's going to bring up number 15, Evangelista. First pitch to him downstairs for ball number 1. Like I said, definitely want to see this, roll over to other games. Watch the next game, the rest of the year. Definitely want to see him flip the switch. Like the first half of the year, that one's going to be for a ball. First half of the year was just not very successful for the Royals, only winning the games against Southampton and Amityville, which are games that, like I've said, I mean, everyone's going to win those games. Those teams just aren't the best in the division, so you definitely want to take control of those games when you can. And now this game, this is a great win. It's the start of really great things to come for the Royals. Great win, definitely one that you want to have, moving on to the rest of the year. So that one's going to be fouled off. And, your hope really is that, they can win a couple more games here. And other than just those Amityville and Southampton games. They do have Southampton coming up at the end of the week here. He's going to work himself onto first with the walk. He's going to bring up Veronica. And I really got to applaud him. We got to applaud these players who really having nice at-bats here. We're working counts, getting on base with walks, not being too aggressive, even though they've been really good offensively today. But most of that is because of their approach at the plate. They're not over-swinging, not being over-aggressive, not swinging at dumb pitches. Joey's going to just, show bunt. He's going to pull it back in easily when he realizes that one's going to be a ball. And Veronica walked 2 times and might walk a third time here if things go to plan. And that's honestly exactly what we can see. He's going to foul that one off. Not able to get that one bunt. Just the umpire's just going to walk over towards the pitcher. Hand him a ball. I'm not really sure what that conversation is, but everything seems to be all right. We've seen this a couple times. Saw this last game as well. Trying to get Joey to lay down a bunt. Now he fouls off that one. So now he's in a 2-strike count. Last time we saw him, last game, I'm pretty sure, yeah. He tried to bunt it again with 2 outs, but he was out because of it. He fouled it off, but this time he's not going to do that. He's going to kind of line that one towards the first baseman. Everyone gets back to their base. Obviously, Veronica's not the threat to really hit. Obviously, he can get the bat on the ball. But Filippi's going to be back up with runners on first and second. Another chance to bring in some more runs. Exactly what you want to see here. First pitch to him is going to be inside for ball number 1. You definitely don't want to see the Royals let up here. You don't want to see them kind of sit back. We have the lead. We have 7-1. Just kind of sit back, whatever. You want to see them keep applying pressure. And like I said, I've repeated this before. It's not because you just want to win this game. It's because you want to win more games. And if you allow this momentum to carry into those games, got to be very successful for this team. Obviously not going to be, the biggest season you want. That one's going to be popped over to the left field. The left fielder is going to drift back, and make the catch for the final out of the inning. So that'll do it for the Royals. They do get a couple runners on, not able to get any more runs in, but they do lead 7-1 in this game. So as we head over to the bottom of the 5th, Natty Mullen's going to head up back on the mound to continue his dominant day when we come back. We are back. Port Jeff Royals baseball against John Glenn, and they are absolutely in control of this game, up to 7-1 in this one. First one's going to see Molman. He's going to try and bunt. He's going to foul that one. He tried to lay down that bunt there. Obviously unsuccessful. Only the second. We're in the 5th inning here. We're next batter is going to be the 3rd time around the order for John Glenn. And for Port Jeff, we're already at the heading into the 4th way around the order. So you really get to see there. Oh, what does that show, Gabe? It shows kind of how, they haven't really gotten a lot of players on, so they haven't really had a lot of opportunities to score a couple runs. And, talking about on the John Glenn side, and As Luke Filippi's going to be able to make that play as the wind blows over this. But that's going to be it for the first out of the inning as he grounds out. That said, that's going to bring in the leadoff batter, Joe Patan. Last time he was up, he did get a single, so obviously he's looking to continue that now with a runner on first base. So he was actually safe over there at first. I thought he was out, but he was safe. Filippi was just not able to make that one. So you just want to see here continued success, right? You just want to see continued focus. It's really a main kind of striving point when you're a younger player. As that one's going to be grounded over to Rory. He's going to get that ball over to second, not be able to make the play. So that runner's going to run over to third. Molman makes his way over to third base, and now with no outs, we have runner on first and third, and now with the second batter now up, Ryan Desmond, chance for the Knights to put it on a couple more runs here in the bottom of the fifth. So just a couple mistakes from Rory in this game. Obviously, he had that ball go under his legs and then that mistake throw, and those are plays that should be made. You know, it's not like he's messing up the hard plays or, you know, whatever. He plays right to him. You really want to see easy plays to be made, and they're not being made, and it's causing a little bit more stress as that runner is going to make his way over to second base. Someone's going to be a little too high, so the runner Molman's going to be able to score easily with that. It's a little bit too high, so the lead shrinks just a little bit as John Glenn does score their second run of the game to make the score now 7-2. See, still in favor of the Royals, but now Desmond on the plate, ready with an opportunity to bring in another run as Luke Filippi's going to receive that ground ball, throw it over to first for the first out of the inning, but Patan's going to make himself over to third base with that. So now with one out, Zeese up, and last time he was up, he was in there with a single. So he has an opportunity to bring in another run in this inning, and this would be huge for the Knights to get just a little bit closer in this game. Obviously, it's a big lead. It was 6 in the beginning. Now you have 5 runs to go to tie it up. His first pitch to him is going to be bounced in. Runner over at third, not going to make his way home. So you're just hoping that, you know, you give up a run, maybe 2 here. You know, worst case scenario in that situation, 7-3 game, but definitely want to shut the door right after that. Don't want to let this get out of control here. Obviously, you are pitching with the lead, so you're a little bit more comfortable in that situation, but you definitely don't want to get complacent now. There's a difference between being comfortable and complacent, and the Royals seem to be a little bit too complacent there on the field right now with this lead. Obviously, their offense has been looking good, but, you know, a major reason why they haven't given up these runs is because their defense has been able to make their plays that they should make, and that one's a called ball in a place that Mullen really wanted to be called a strike, and seen a little bit of different body language from the pitcher now. So whether it needs to calm himself down or whatever it is, that one's upstairs for a ball, and now Rosen's just going to talk with his pitcher once again, trying to get him back. Because, like I said, body language completely different here. He feels like he should have gotten a call or two on the last at-bat. Just got to have him reset here. Come back into this baseball game. And like I said, definitely want to shut the door here with that walk from Zeese. It's going to bring up Carnevale. Last time he was up, he walked. So we're seeing, you know, now as we go more and more, a little bit more success and more success from these Knight batters. And now with the third time around the order, this is usually where you see pitchers start to, you know, not see even in the MLB, right? You see pitchers actually get taken out if you're on the Rays or whatever it is. Once you get to that third way around the order, just because, you know, quote unquote analytically, it's just not the best look. The averages go way up. But, you know, obviously with this game being what it is right now, let's talk a little bit about what else is going on around the world, because obviously high school baseball isn't the only thing going on. Got got the NBA playoffs continuing tonight. We get the Lakers fighting up against. The visual just went down. We'll have to fix it at the end of the inning. As that one's going to be popped up. Center fielder's going to be drifting back and not be able to make the play. Another play that should have been made. It's not going to be able to make the play. So that one falls in there. Another run scores. 7-3 now the score. And the Knights are starting to march back into this baseball game, slowly but surely. Obviously on the side of Port Jeff, you hope it stops. But the runners on first and second now with the heart of the lineup. Now Lindquist up at the plate. Last time he was up, he got safe on first with a fielder's choice. Definitely want that to continue right here. Let me see what's going on with this visual. Actually, like I said, I'll take care of that at the end of the inning. I'll just keep you guys informed here, just like any away game. Stupid stuff's gonna happen. First pitch to Lindquist. Spiked in there for ball number 1. Now Garuni's gonna talk over to his pitcher. We're seeing a completely 180 flip from what we saw in the previous innings from Natty. Now what we're seeing now, he's just losing control of baseballs. He's not finding the zone as often. It's not the best of times right now for Natty, but this, like I said, young pitcher. This is what's going to happen. And it's that next step for him, that mental step, because obviously he's talented. He knows he's talented. We all know he's talented when you see him on the field. That one's blown right by Lindquist. Nice pitch right after Gruni talked to him, so a nice bounce back pitch. But just right now, it's just that mental step that he hasn't taken yet. He hasn't been able to succeed in that step. And obviously, now we're going to be able to see if he's able to bounce back. But it's just in his career as he's able to get another foul. So now he's going to get a 2-strike count. See what he's able to do here to finish off Lindquist. This would be a huge out. But once he gets that next step, you know, let me be the first to tell you that he's going to be something else. You know, pitcher's going to just call a timeout there. That pitch outside for a ball. And they're going to have a runner and a run down here. He's going to get the out at first. Huge out at first for the Royals. So now it's going to be 2 outs. So a little bit less pressure now for the pitcher. It's a great play from Gruni. That's the second one that we've seen. I mean, he's really great behind that plate. It's just another great defensive play to prove that. Unfortunately, couldn't get that on there for you. It's another one outside. Like I said, I'll fix this visual once the inning ends here. It's been a continuous struggle this game so far, but doing my best. That one's going to be a walk to Lindquist. First pitch now into Schiebel, the next batter for the Knights. Going to be in there for ball number 1. Back to that old situation with runners on first and second, but this time we got 2 outs now. Next pitch, it's going to be upstairs for a ball. So like I said, you're noticing that little bit of different body language from the pitcher. He's taking a little bit of time to give himself a break here. 7-3 is the score. At the beginning of this inning, it was 7-1, but they were able to, start a little bit of a comeback here. 2 runs in this inning. Obviously looking to keep marching it back if you're on the side of the Knights, but on the side of the Royals, hoping that Mullen's able to reset here. Get back to that kind of dominant form that he was early in this game. Just haven't seen it so far. As that one's outside there, not called for a strike. Like I said, umpire's zone a little bit widened. in this game, but that one's just a little bit too outside for him. So it gets called for a ball. Next pitch from Mullen, going to be in there that time for a strike. That's a good spot. If he could live there, he's not going to see a lot of swings. 3-1 count to Schiebel. And next pitch could be outside for ball number 4, so that's going to work. The bases loaded. Rosen's going to use his last visit there for this pitcher. Just talk things over. Hopefully this isn't the inning to where we see a lot of runs come in. Hopefully he's able to bounce back. This game, so I'm gonna take a quick pause. Give me a couple seconds. I'll be right back. Next pitch after the conversation from Rosen in there for a strike. So we've seen him quickly after like conferences or talks, able to bounce back quickly, but then just not able to continue that success. But this time throws 2 strikes in a row, commanding the zone. So early in this count, like I said, commanding the zone. Good to see. Now thrown to Pilkowski. That one's high, way out high. For ball tried to elevate to get him to fish on that one, but unsuccessful. I know you can't see the pitcher. Once again, after the inning, I'll fix it all, and we'll be good. But the batter is good for now. So that one's going to be swung, hit over to Rory. Unable to make. This is the 3rd play now. He's unable to make. That's going to bring in 2 runs. He's going to be safe over at first with another error. So that's the 2nd time Pilkowski's got on with an error. Fortunately, both times is Rory making the error. Just unsuccessful over there at 3rd base. Continuing the inning. Just not what you want to see. Obviously, 2 runs do score because of it. So now, what we once had a 7-1 game becomes 7-5 now, and now we have a baseball game here, folks. It's a very close game. It's going to bring up the number 8 batter for the Knights. It's going to be Brian Morgan, who has gotten a walk and also popped out into this game. The right fielder for the Knights. First pitch he sees is going to be upstairs for ball number 1. Already gets ahead of the count. Pitcher not doing. That one's outside. Does not get the call. Close one there. It's definitely a call that you probably want to get if you're on the side of the Royals. Don't get it there though. The count's gonna be 2-0. It's gonna force Nettie to throw right in the strike zone here, as that one does get called for a strike number 1. So Natty, who kind of likes to work around the zone, kind of paint those corners and whatnot, really likes it when he gets those calls. Just didn't get it that time, so now he's forced to dial back in, and he's able to do with those next 2 pitches to bring the count back now to 2-2. And now he's right back into this baseball game, or this count at least. Like I said, that sense of kind of complacency is really showing, and not exactly what you want to see. As that one's popped up. Rory's going to try and work his way under it, but Natty actually catches it in there for the final out of the inning. So we finally get through the 5th inning. 4-run score for the Knights, and now Royals back on offense, hoping to put some more runs to get themselves more of a cushion when we come back. I think I accidentally stopped the recording, but anyway, I'll put them together so that won't be even a problem for you guys. Now Owens, now at the top of the 6th. That one's going to get in there. 4 out, almost drops. But a nice play defensively from the left fielder to make that out for the first out of the 6th inning. So definitely unfortunate for Owens to have to pop out like that. Last time he was up, he was able to get on base with a single, but that's going to bring up Grooney, who is struck out today. He's also been hit by a pitch and walked. Is that one? It's going to seem to have dropped in there. The off-speed pitch he threw for strike number 1. Second pitch, pitch. That one he's going to get a hold of. He's going to rip that one deep to the outfield. That one's going to be into the fence. So Grooney definitely going to get onto second base with a double. He's going to slide in there with some style. He works himself a one-out double. Very good to see, obviously, if you're Grooney. Working some more success as he continues in this season. Definitely what we want to see. If you're the fan of Port Jeff Royals, it's exactly what you want to hear, is success from one of your best hitters. Hasn't had it so far in this season, so now he's able to do so. And now we have Tommy Yost, who has had success this season, up at the plate. So now with Yost up. That pitch could be low and outside for ball. As a run in scoring position. That one's going to be popped way up. Looks like it's going to be caught by the shortstop for the second out of the inning. Now Rory. Definitely a pitch, that last one, definitely one that you want to get back if you're Yost. Just got way too under it. But that's going to bring up Rory now. It's the first pitch he's going to see. He's going to be in there for a strike. Not the pitch that he wanted to hit at. Is in there for a strike, though. Seems like Carnevale maybe has seen his kind of pitching stride or whatever he needed to see. Now he's going to throw that one a little bit too inside. Gets Rory to do a little bit of a turn. We got the wind here today. It's going to be outside.
Hey, come on, Rory. Big spot, kid. Big spot.
The runner in scoring position, especially after what happened last inning, definitely want to get another run in if you're the Royals. That one's going to be fouled up. Back out of play behind the backstop here.
Let's go, Rory.
That one's going to be inside. It's going to get by the catcher, but no one's going to move. Grooney stays at second base. Big spot here for number 2.
Hey, come on, Rory.
Next pitch, he's going to hit that one. That one's going to get through the infield. Grooney's going to make the turn. He's going to not score, but now he's going to come back. Since it gets by the left fielder, Grooney gets in there to score. And Rory's going to get himself on second after the error by the outfielder. But he gets himself on with a single. It's going to bring in another run, make the score now 8-0 in favor of the Port Jefferson Royals. It's going to bring up Abby Rolfe. Abby Rolfe had some success today. Had some really nice solid contact in this game. She was hit by a pitch. She got a single in this game, and then she grounded out. She's going to swing right through that off-speed pitch for the out. So that's going to end the inning, but the Royals do put one more on the board to get the lead now to 8-5 as they head into the bottom of the 6th. They got through that one inning. You know, obviously they gave up 4 runs in that inning, but that's usually that one mistake inning that the Royals unfortunately go through. But now that they kept that now with the lead, hope to keep the lead now right here. So Natty back on the mound for the bottom of the 6th after kind of that disastrous bottom of the 5th. But honestly, Natty's performance in that inning was pretty good. It was just the Royals' defense just was kind of making him throw more pitches, keeping him in the game. So now it's going to bring up now Molman. Last time he was up, he got that single, which started that 5th inning. So now in the 6th, he's looking to do the exact same, but that one was very close, almost in there for a strike, but was not. That one's going to be fouled off, and he's looking good. Maybe he found kind of that second wind, kind of that redetermination. Like I said, he's been pitching pretty well, very well this game. Just a couple mistakes, not even from him. Obviously, walked a couple batters, but other than that, doing very well for himself. Next pitch, that one's going to be fouled off. This 2-strike count, let's see if he's able to blow it by him or anything. Nope. Molman's going to get himself on with a walk. That's going to flip the lineup over to the top. Molman's been pretty successful today. I mean, you really have to give it out to him. Able to flip over the lineup. That's going to bring up Patan now, number 11, top of the order here. We're going to try and get him over at first. It's going to get out of the glove of Evangelista, but not going to cause any damage.
Maddie, let it all out on this guy right here. Tommy!
Next one to Patan. Popped way foul. That one hits the top of the stands over on the John Glenn side. Patan with a runner first, looking to continue this inning, trying to get themselves back in the game. Last inning, they put up 4 runs. You know, putting themselves on pace to make this comeback. 7-1, just a couple of innings ago. So they were looking really good. Now not so much. That one's going to be ripped foul over to the third base side, and that might be the strategy. If you're the Knights, get that over to the third base side and hope that third baseman doesn't make the plays. Made a lot of errors in this game so far, more than you'd like to see at least. Like I said, plays that should be made. Tommy even had, you know, I'm giving that one an error in the outfield. Tommy was drifting to that ball, just kind of let it drop. It should have been caught easily with how long that one was in the air. It's another ball to Patan. Next pitch now in there for, ooh, it doesn't get called. I've seen a couple of pitches here from Natty that just haven't been called for strikes, and you see the reaction there from Mullen. He's going to try and get the runner over at first, doesn't get him. It's a little bit of visible frustration, but you got to understand it if you're a pitcher in that position. Getting squeezed, and that's the biggest problem here in this game so far. Inconsistency from the umpire. Been seeing, you know, whether his zone's been way outside or, you know, now you're seeing him kind of get squeezed a little bit. It's obviously not favorable for the pitcher, but this is where that mental fortitude comes back in from the young pitcher. Hopes that he can just get through that. And it looks like he's doing well so far. Grounder to Luke Filippi. He's able to get the first out at second base. They slid into the player. And it looks like Rosen's going to talk to the umpire about it, because it seems like he slid through the bag and hit the player, but they're not going to call it. Doesn't seem. Obviously you want that to be called for the safety of the player. Rosen's just going to get his mask on so he can talk to the umpire. Obviously this is a big call. Just want to have the safety for every player involved, and it seemed like he kind of slid through that bag and hit Joey in the back ankle there. Obviously Joey's okay himself, but just want to at least talk it over. At least get a talk. It might not be called or anything like that, but just get a talk, an explanation from the umpires. See on the side of John Glenn, you'd probably say something a little bit different. Maybe say that he was, you know, standing in the way, or, you know, whatever it was. Obviously, conversation's just gonna keep on going just for a little bit. When we come back, we should have just a runner on first here. We're gonna see Ryan Desmond step up into the box for the Knights when we come back. Looks like just gonna agree to disagree on that one. Gonna get through it. So first pitch over to Desmond's going to be low for ball number 1. Ton seemed to maybe get a little bit too far off the bag there, but they were unable to behind him, and now the coach for John Glenn's going to have a conversation with the umpire.
Jesse, how many are you on with this pitcher with his numbers? 102. We have 106. You have that's a big difference. Were you guys conferring in between you? Because we're not supposed to get involved in anything.
A little bit of conversation with the pitch count for the pitcher, Eddie Mullen.
We don't get involved with it. Yeah. All right, because there's no protests. Protests are over. It has to be done here on the field. That was like 2 weeks ago. The section said no more protests. All right, so it has to be done here. But you guys have to go back and forth. You know, that's a big difference. 1 or 2. Yeah. 6 and 3.
Thank you. And they both have 106 on the dot?
Back into the action. Ryan Desmond up at the plate. Eddie Mullen pitch to him. This is going to be a 2-0 count now. Seems like maybe this is going to be his last batter, so definitely want to see him finish it out strong. Last time Desmond was up, he grounded out. That one's going to be just outside for a ball. See the visual frustration from Mullen. That one's going to be now a 3-0 count. I guess that's going to do it for Mullen for today. It's going to bring up now Rory, the relief pitcher. But, I mean, at the end of the day, very strong outing from Mullen in that game. Threw a boatload of pitches. And obviously, you got to look at it like this. You know, he started off today very dominant, like we saw against the Bayport game. Then, second time around the rotation, gave a couple singles, a walk. You know, and then the errors, and then this is the 5th inning where you got more runners on for him, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be pretty big here. For now, Rory to finish out this inning, not allow any more runs to come in. Obviously, the score's now 8-5 after that last 5th inning where they scored 4 runs. So it's going to be big here for Rory just to stop this bleeding, not allow them to get any more runs up on the board as we head into, this is the bottom of the 6th here, so they have one more opportunity to do the Knights. And one more opportunity for the Royals to put up some runs. So we'll see what they're able to do when we come back. I'm just going to take a little short break here. When we come back, we're going to have the end of the 6th inning and then the rest of the 7th inning. Okay, so Rory now coming back into this game. Looking to finish up the 6th inning here with now kind of this heart of the Knights lineup up. We're going to have Zeus, Carnivale, and Lindquist, the 3-4-5. And we have runners on first and second here. So obviously, see this 2 ways for both teams, and 1 way for the Royals. Definitely want to see Rory do well in the relief here, get us through this inning. Is the Port Jeff Royals, as he's going to just reset himself, get off from the mound. Just take a step off, but then for the side of John Glenn, only down 3 runs in this game. You have 2 runners up. You have the tying run at the plate. And obviously, Rory's not going to give you the speed as, you know, any other pitcher, but, you know, he focuses more on throwing to contact and throwing strikes and getting batters out that way. Next pitch, outside, doesn't get called. And this is kind of this inconsistency we've seen from the umpire in this game throughout the game. But, you know, was outside, so that one does get called a ball. Next pitch now. That one's going to be swung at. Third base coach makes the plays. That one's going to be fouled. As he steps back into the box. Going to go for a double steal here. And they're both going to get safe on second and third. So it seems here now we have second and third with 1 out in this inning. 2 runners in scoring position, tying runner on the plate. The count's going to be, pretty sure it's full. So next pitch, big pitch here for the Royals. That one's going to be driven over. Joey is able to make the play. A run's going to score easily, but the guy is out over there at first for the out. Really nice defensive play from Aronica right there just to get that out. It's huge. But a run does score, so now it's going to inch back that lead once again to now 8-6 in favor of the Royals. And that can, once again, shows emphasis on the importance of that last run that the Royals scored in the last inning to get the lead to 8-6. It's the difference between a 1 run and a 2 run score, or a 2-in lead. And that first pitch to him is going to be low for ball number 1. 2 outs in this inning. Carnivale up at the plate. If he brings in this runner, that one's going to be called for a strike. Nice pitch in there from Rory. And that one's going to be lifted right to Aronica once again. He's going to be able to make that easy play, so that run's not going to score from third base. They do strand that runner. Keep the lead at 8-6 as we head into the 7th inning. A little bit of, sweating if you're on the side of the Royals as this lead gets closer and, it gets lower and lower. But now the Royals get to come back on the offensive side after 2 nice plays from Aronica. That is going to end as we head into the 7th inning. Lead 8-6. Ooh, Natty's going to be hit there to start the inning. He's going to get himself on first. Evangelista is going to take that one for a ball. He's going to swing to that one, but Natty's going to be, he's definitely out at second. That was a really nice throw from the catcher to get that out for the first out of this inning. So halts the offense for the Royals. 1 out now with Evangelista with a 1-1 count to him. Kind of a halt on the offensive side for the Royals kind of in the later half of this game. And Ant's going to ground that one over the shortstop. Shortstop's going to be able to make the play in there for an out. Nice stretch by the first baseman to make that play. So now it's going to be 2 outs now. Joey Aronica now up at the plate to tuck in his change in hopes of flipping over the lineup here. So now we'll see if Aronica is able to work himself on the first. Usually with, that walk is kind of the mindset here for the Royals. You don't usually want to go up to plate looking for a walk, but if you're that stature, I guess the mindset changes a little bit. It's the first pitch in there for a ball. Second pitch, he's going to swing right over for a strike to make the count now 1-1.
Let's go, Joe!
Once again, if Aronica gets up, I'm going to flip the order up top towards Filippi. As he's going to foul that one off to the first base side. Count's going to be 1-2 now. 1-2 pitch into him. That was going to be, tried to drop that pitch in there, does not get the call. So 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch into Aronica. Going to be low for ball number 3. Full count now. Big spot here. Definitely want to continue this inning. Definitely don't want to allow anything else to come. On the opposite side, as he's going to ground that one over to the second baseman. Seems like he's going to be able to make that play easily, and yes, he does. And that's going to do it for the top of the 7th. So as we head into the bottom of the 7th, going to have a very interesting game here as the Port Jeff keeps their lead at 8-6. And I might be wrong, but I believe Tommy Yost is going to come in for the close. Definitely a good move for the Royals. Rory's not, definitely not the pitcher you kind of count on to close the game here in this situation. So give the ball to number 4, Yost, to do it himself, and let's see how he does when I come back as we head into the bottom of the 7th for Port Jeff baseball. And now we head into the bottom of the 7th. Gonna have 4, 5, 6 batters here for the Knights to hope for chances for them to come back into this game. But on the opposite side, the Royals are looking to close off the game. They change the pitcher from Rigo to Yost here. Now the first pitch into Lindquist is going to be high upstairs for ball number 1. Last time he was up, he walked. So this time, looking to get on base would be huge for the Knights. That second pitch is going to be high again. Usually, Tommy, you stay in the starting role. But obviously an important game here for the Royals, so going to try and close this one off. The 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be in there for strike number 1, so he bounces back here. The 2-1 pitch. He's going to get him to swing through that one to get the 2-2 pitch. Definitely swing over that one. Got the appeal approval from that first base umpire. Now 2-2 pitch. Coming in. Gonna try and get him with that curveball. He does get the swing, but Lindquist fouls that one off, so he stays alive to keep the count now 2-2.
Come on, Yosty, right now. Got him, Yost. Let's go.
That one's going to be low, spiked in there for ball number 3. Now full count. Tommy Yost was very successful at getting through these 3-2 counts against Mount Sinai when we saw him last, but now he has the opportunity to do that once again. See how he executes the 3-2 pitch. He's going to throw that curveball. He's going to bounce it in. Doesn't get him to swing. Maybe not the best choice of pitch on that one. So regardless, he's going to work that walk.
6, 7, 8. Run two, roll two. Roll two, infield, want the ball. Tommy, you gotta loop on the ground.
So now it's going to bring up the number 6 batter, Anthony Schiebel. So that one, first pitch to Schiebel, is going to be in there for a strike. So starts off with the strike.
Joey, cheat the middle.
You just have so much more confidence when you can start off a count with a strike, and he was able to do it there. Next pitch, blows it right by Schiebel for strike number 2. And now has an 0-2 count. Now chance to finish it off here. Let's see what he opts to do. He goes right back to that fastball or tries to break one off. He goes for the fastball. That one's going to be fouled off. So Schiebel stays alive. Just want to see Yost continuously attack the batter here. Don't want to give him any room. Definitely don't want to let him come back in this at bat. Give him no chance for that. Just going to go with the curveball this time. He's going to drop that one in. But Lindquist is going to work himself on second base, round the second base. So now 1-2 count. Runner on second base. Bottom of the 7th here. No outs. Tommy Yost is going to get another ball by him. So Lindquist is going to make himself over to the third base now. So now count after having him 0-2. You just want to have him attack here. You know, if I'm on that mound, I'm blowing another fastball right by him. That's just what I'm going to do. So let's see if Tommy has the same mindset here. Fastball comes in. That one's going to be grounded. It's going to hit Tommy Yost. He's going to be safe at first. No one's going to get to that ball. Lindquist does score, so the score is going to come back now to 8-7 in favor of the Royals. Oh, let me type that in. And that's going to bring up Pelkovsky, who's gotten on 2 times today with 2 errors from Rago, that third baseman. Let's see what he's able to do here. Hasn't had really, you know, he's grounded both times. There's plays that should have been made, but they weren't, so he's been on safely 2 times. He's actually 0 for 3 in the book today. First pitch to him. Going to be in there for strike number 1, and it's very unfortunate. Lost that batter, Schiebel, with that little infield single. Very unfortunate. Second pitch now. That one's going to be in the zone again for strike number 2. So Tommy gets ahead on this count. 0-2 once again, just like he did Schiebel. So let's see if he's able to finish out this batter. Definitely don't want to lose him here. Batter's going to call timeout to reset himself. Also to calm down the momentum that Tommy Yost built up in this at-bat. But Tommy's going to step back right on the mound. Fires again. That time he's going to be fouled off. That'll be out of play. No one's going to be able to make that one. Have to say one more time, it's a great baseball game. Started off not so great, but now it's a close one, so really great to see. Next pitch in. Now he's going to blow that curveball. This time gets him to swing over that one for the first out. It's going to bring up Morgan, who's walked and gotten 2 pop-outs here. Now a big idea here for John Glenn to try to flip this lineup if they're able to. And that one's going to be over by the third baseman. He's going to get by. He's going to go station to station here on the runners. So going to have runners on first and second now with the 1 out still. And I think What are they going to do here? What's going on? I think they're going to call that one a foul ball. I think the players, I think John Glenn thought that was a fair ball, but goes right foul, so that stops that and kind of resets the clock here, resets what's going on. It's a very exciting strike there. Is all we're left with. Next pitch, though, in there. Tries to throw that curveball again, this time. Not going to get the batter to swing at that one. You see Morgan shake his head, saying, I'm not swinging at that one. You got my teammate, but you're not going to get me. Tommy Yost, another one in there. Strike. It's going to be 1-2 now. Into Morgan. Throw a third one outside. Doesn't get the strike three. Tried to put everything he had into that pitch to get the strikeout, but unable to get him to swing. So that's going to even up the count now, 2-2. Morgan looking to get his team into position to win this game, get on base. Tommy Yost looking to strike him out and gets it on that pitch. Strike number 3 with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Molman. This will be their number 9 batter. To end the game is at least what Tommy Yost is attempting to do with that at bat. To prolong it is what Molman's trying to do. First pitch to him is going to be outside for ball number 1. Starts him off with a 1-0 count. Next pitch, going to be upstairs for ball number 2. Going to have a 2-0 count, so Tommy Yost, a senior, knows definitely what to do in these situations. Just takes a deep breath and resets himself to get that now bounce back strike. Let's see if he's able to do it. That pitch isn't going to be in there for a strike, so he bounces back in the count. Now 2-1. Next pitch, the 2-1 pitch, upstairs. Buddy does get the swing and miss for strike number 2. And now, John Glenn down to their final strike. Tommy Yost looking to end it right here. Definitely don't want this lineup to flip over. Chance for it to be the final pitch. He gets it outside for ball. Doesn't get the call on that one. Going to make the count now full. Molman, big spot for him on the Knights. Looking to prolong this game, but once again, Tommy looking to end it here with strike number 3. Let's see what he's able to do. He gets set. Loud on both sides. Pitch comes in, and he swings over that one to end the game for the Port Jeff Royals. You see the absolute hype from the pitcher there, Tommy Yost, as he ends this game. And the Royals win it. The score of 8-7. What was an exhilarating game at the end. We saw an offensive explosion on the beginning of the game, as they were able to take a quick 7-1 lead, but then the comeback from the Knights really showed, and they really put on a good game at the end there. The Port Jefferson Royals take that game, a great win in this week to start off this week, as they take this one 8-7. Absolute amazing win from the Royals, and really some standout performances from the Royals. Filippi had a really nice game, had 2 singles and a double. We had Grooney get a double. We had Yost hit a huge home run to get the scoring going for the Royals, and that's got to be your player of the game. He started off the day with the bats to get a nice offensive start with the home run, but then he takes it himself at the end of the game and said, hey, I'm not losing this game. He takes that leadership into control and ends the game with a strikeout. Absolute great to see. Dominant from him as he gets those last batters to strike out. And we'll be back tomorrow, guys. We'll be back with another game tomorrow. But until then, my name is Gabe Zota with your Port Jeff play-by-play. And until next time, I'll see you later.